Hello, everyone, and welcome to the One Man Renegade Podcast YouTube channel. I'm your host, the Honorable Greg B, and it is Monday, so we're back with my Monday. Still going through my Nintendo Switch collection. If you haven't checked out any of the previous editions of that, go on up there, head on over to the playlist, watch all the previous ones, and also if you want to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the share button and share this with everyone you've ever known or ever will known or ever met or ever existed. It's fine. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs down if you feel the necessary to do so. But if you do that, head on down to the comments down below and let me know what you didn't like about the video. Let me know what you did like about the video. Maybe you have a comment about one of the games or your own Switch collection or whatever. Let's just get the conversation started. There's also a bunch of links in the description box below for my blog, my podcast, my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also a link to get one of these pads if you want. So go check everything out down there. And let's continue on this trip through my Nintendo Switch collection. All right, next up, we get Cinemora XEX. So, truth be told, I have this game on PlayStation 4. But I thought it'd be cool to have a portable version on Nintendo Switch. So I picked it up. Haven't opened it just because, yeah, I've played it. So, but I thought it'd be cool. And I got it cheap on Amazon. So it is what it is. So, yeah, there you go. Cool game. All right, next up, we have an interesting one. So this game, Slain Back from Hell, super hard, by the way. I haven't actually opened this or played this, but there's a reason behind that. So I got this on Amazon for not too expensive. It might have been $25, $25, something like that. And then I realized I had it already as a digital download. Like I downloaded it and started playing it, and then I got it, and I was like, wait a minute, don't I have this? Yeah, I did. And then I was like, oh, I got the digital version. Or, oh, whatever, cool. Now I have the physical version. And then somehow I kind of forgot about it. And then I was looking through my collection, whatever, and realized this one now goes for $75. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. No idea. They must have not made a lot of them. Or maybe this didn't sell well and a lot of people have them, and so they stopped making them and now people want them. I don't know. But I only got it for like $25 or something like that. It was cheap on Amazon, so I really have no idea why all of a sudden it's super valuable, but it is. And with that said, and since I already have the digital version, I'm not going to open it. That's a collector's item. All right, moving on. We got Slime Sand. Okay, this is another one of those limited run ones where I was definitely buying something else, and this popped up. It seemed kind of cool and interesting, so I was like, sure, I'll grab this. Why not? It was probably $30, 25, $30. I don't even know. And, you know, it's $50 now. It's not anything crazy, but it's definitely worth more than I paid for it. So can't really complain. I don't really know anything about this game, but I picked it up just because why not? Next up, we got Snipper Clips Plus. Now, this was like a launch title, but they only did the digital version, but eventually then they did the physical version. So I picked up the physical version on Amazon for probably pretty cheap. It wasn't too expensive. It's a cool game. It definitely utilizes some of the features of the Switch. Kind of cool. It's nothing crazy. It's kind of an interesting puzzle game type thing. It's cool. It's fun. It is what it is. It's fun for the whole family. Next up, we got the SNC 40th Anniversary Collection. This is a cool collection. Lots of arcade games from back in the day, and the cool thing about this is in a lot of the cases they'll have not only the arcade version but also the NES version. So different versions of a lot of the different games. So it's got a lot of the cool shooters. Twin stick shooters from back in the day, like Guerrilla War, Akari Warriors, a few others, some fighting games in there too, I believe, remember correctly. I can't quite remember all the games are on there. So I definitely played like Guerrilla War. I love Guerrilla War. Guerrilla War is one of my favorite all-time games. So, not only does it have the Nintendo version, which I definitely played the hell out of back in the day. I had that cartridge and played it all the time. But I had the arcade version, which I do remember playing in the arcade. Obviously, it was super hard in the arcade. It was just like they wanted you to pump the quarters, pump the quarters. Nintendo version, you could as many continues as you wanted. So that was always fun. But yeah, fun game. The one weird thing about this game, if I remember correctly, was like you got it and then you downloaded it. Or no, you got. I mean, a bunch of it's on the cartridge, but then you had to download a whole bunch of stuff. But then like you had to go like put in a code and download more of it. Like they released games like it wasn't finished when it came out, and then they finished it, and you had to go download a bunch of stuff. It was kind of weird the way they did it, but all the games. I mean, you didn't have to buy them. They were free. You just had to go and to the re-download them or something. Like some of them were in the update, but then some of them you had to download from the store. Weird. Speaking of SNK though, SNK Heroines, the tag team fantasy. So it's a bunch of the characters from their games and a female characters in the game, but and a tag team fighter. And again, European version for some odd reason. Got it on Amazon. Wasn't too expensive, maybe because it was the European version. I don't know. No idea. But haven't yet dove into this, but it was a cool fighter game I heard about, so picked it up. All right, next up we got Sonic Forces, the bonus edition. It includes controller skin. Yay. I guess that's the only thing that's really bonus, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I was like, all right, cool. It's a new Sonic game, and a new Sonic game on Switch. Seems like a cool thing. I'll pick it up. Then I played it a little bit, and it's okay. It's not great. But the problem is it had the unfortunate task of following this game, Sonic Mania. Now, this is a Plus version. Sonic Mania, the original version, was just digital download, which I do have the digital download. But then I was like, I got to pick up the physical version, the Plus version. Now, there was a version that was with the digital version that had like a statue thing, but it didn't have a physical copy. It just was like a statue with the digital download code. But then they did the Plus version, which was the updated version of the game, and they released it with like a booklet, and it's actually got the cartridges and stuff. So yeah, this game is just like awesome. Like it just harkens back on the old school Sonic games. So you remember back in the Genesis days, and just nails it, recreating but also adding and all sorts of stuff. The Sonic game you would come to love in whatever. This one is kind of the newer one. A lot of people don't really tend to like those ones. They kind of like harping back to the old school Sonic days. So like this was like a throwback to that. Definitely a cool game. I don't think I'll ever open this because I don't know why I would. I have the digital version, but I just wanted the physical version. You know, that's the collector in me, I guess, more so than anything else, as I knock over my camera. All right, moving on. We got Star Wars Pinball. Pretty basic game. I think it came on pretty much everything. Star Wars, it's pinball. I was like, I gotta pick this up. I haven't played it yet, but I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up. I'll play it at some point. It's Star Wars. It's pinball. It wasn't very expensive, so there it is. Interesting choice of characters on the front. You got obviously Rey from the newer movies. Obviously you got Princess Leia, but from the older movies. Then Boba Fett for no reason, and Darth Maul for no reason. Like, what? Okay, sure. No Luke, no Han, no C-3PO, no. All right, moving on. Another pinball game. We got Stern's Pinball Arcade. It's a bunch of, and I don't know where the game is. Game somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. That's interesting. I thought I put it back in the case, but I didn't. Maybe it's in the Switch? No, I don't think so. Anyways, a bunch of old pinball games. Not necessarily old pinball games, but they kind of like took actual pinball games and rendered them into a video game version of the pinball games. But there's definitely some cool stuff like AC/DC and Starship Troopers and Ripley. Believe it or not, Ghostbusters. So Star Trek, so Last Action Hero, that's Frankenstein. You can see them. But yeah, so it's got cool like licensed pinball machines in the digital video game form. Cool. Next up, we got Stranger Things 3, the game from Limited Run. Obviously, this came out digital, and Limited Run decided to do a physical version, which I'm always on board for. Not a ton of value on this one, pretty much what I paid for it, maybe a little bit more. But you know, you'd figure the Stranger Things would have more value to it given the popularity of the series. but I don't think that really necessarily translates if the game's not great. And from what I understand, this game's kind of just blah. Um, but cool to have a physical version of it, anyways. Um, yeah, cool. Moving on. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Definitely cool. Always a huge fan of the Street Fighter games back in the day. A lot of these, I mean, obviously Street Fighter 2 was the huge one, and the Championship Edition and the Turbo Hyper Fighting, or whatever it's called. Super Street Fighter 2 was cool too, and then I kind of fell off. I don't think I ever actually played any of these games. I might have once in a while if they're in the arcade or something like that. And the original Street Fighter, I think I played that once. It's not great, but it was, you know, it's cool to have the old school original. But obviously Street Fighter 2 was the big one for me back in the day. But obviously cool to have them all in one collection too. So that's fun. Moving on, we got Streets of Red. No, I didn't think this was Streets of Rage and bought it by mistake. Although Streets of Rage 4 is now out. I did purchase a version through Limited Run Games, so I'm waiting for that to come. Although apparently it wasn't exclusive to Limited Games, and there's a whole controversy over it. But regardless, but this is Limited Run. But it's like it was like one of those ones where it was Limited Run, but like it wasn't Limited Run. I don't know. But anyway, there it is, Streets of Rage. I don't really know too much about this game, but I decided to pick it up. And there you go. It is what it is. I haven't played it yet. Next up, we got Super Mario Maker 2. So I was a big fan of the Super Mario Maker on the Wii U. Actually, my Wii U was the Super Mario Maker version. But Super Mario Maker 2 came on the Switch. I actually haven't played it yet. I just got this I just recently got this, so that's the reason why I haven't cracked it open and played it. I definitely will. You know, I'm not a big fan of the making of the, like, I don't know what I'm doing when I tried to make some levels on the original Super Mario Maker, but I didn't really know what I was doing. But to play other people's made up levels is fun, and the ones they make up are cool too. Just having a lot of new Mario is always fun, and you know, people are always making up cool levels and stuff. So it's a fun game, and I hope I'll definitely crack into this sooner rather than later and check it out. Speaking of Mario, we got Super Mario Odyssey. If you have a Switch and don't have this game, I don't know what's wrong with you. This game is really cool, really fun. You know, obviously the hat dynamic was something new, and a lot of people were kind of at first about it, but I like it. Obviously, it's the first real successor to the 3D version of Mario since, I guess, Super Mario Galaxy 2. And even then, people were like, well, those were kind of different. So Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario 64, obviously. But yeah, I mean, definitely a cool game. Definitely fun. If you haven't played this, I don't know what's wrong with you. Go out and get it right now and play it if you have a Switch. Even if you don't have a Switch. Or if you can find a Switch. A lot of people buying up Switches in this weird times of ours. So they've haven't been very readily available. But if you can find one, grab it. Get in Super Mario Odyssey. Check that out. And if you want to have a little party, Super Mario Party. Yeah, the Super Mario Party games are always fun from back in the Nintendo 64 days, and then GameCube, and moving on up until now. The Wii ones and the Wii U one, not so much. They changed up the game too much. It was weird. This one goes back to the kind of the original format. Although this game isn't as deep as it should be. I feel like there should be more to it than there is. I wish there was more levels, more boards to play on, but it is what it is. Fun game, though, if you're a fan of Mario, Super Mario Party. There you go. Next up, this is an interesting one. Super Meat Boy, limited run. So yeah, Super Meat Boy, I don't know. I've heard so much about this game, and I haven't played this version. I have another version. I got the like a European version or something on the PS4 because I just wanted to play it. But then the limited run did the version on the Switch. I was like, I gotta get it. It's super hard. It's a super hard game. Can't even tell you how I've done it. Not a ton of resale value on this one from limited run, but cool. I had to pick it up. Yeah. And then rounding things up for today is another game if you don't have on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know what's going on with you. Super Smash Brothers, Nintendo Switch, obviously. original Super Smash Brothers, or this original Smash Brothers, harkens back to the N64, and there's been a lot of different versions since then. A lot of people seem to really like the GameCube version the best of everything. I forget what that one's called. Is it Melee? No, maybe not. I forget what that one was called. I forget. Either way, whatever. Doesn't matter. This version's really good too. I wish I was better at this game than I am, but it is what it is. Fun fighting game, kind of goofy, kind of off the wall, but battle royale kind of thingy. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, fun game. Lots of cool characters. Lots of characters spanning all sorts of genres and games and whatever. But I mean, you got Pac-Man. What is that all about? Pac-Man. It's crazy. Fight as Pac-Man. But yeah, if you haven't seen this, you haven't played this game, I don't know what's going on with you. But yeah, so lots of fun games, lots of cool games. My Nintendo Switch collection. Obviously, it's a large collection of games, a lot of which I haven't even played. But yeah, and finally, before we go though, I always like to show off. I try to show off one of my accessories. But this one's kind of weird because it's an accessory, but it's also a game. It's the Starlink Battle for Atlas. I haven't opened it yet. I don't really know much about this. I just know it has Star Fox in it, and a lot of people seem to like that. It's not a very valuable game. I got it for I want to say I got this for $7 on Amazon. And I got confused because I was like, oh, is this not the game? Is it just the accessory thing? Which I don't know how that works anyways. You put it in a thing, but no, it's got the game in it. It's the starter pack. The game's in there somewhere. Show you the back. But yeah, I was really confused. I'm like, why is it so cheap? I don't understand. But yeah, maybe at some point I'll play it. I've heard the Star Fox stuff's kind of cool. Again, I don't really know what all the bells and whistles about this with all the figurines and shipping stuff or whatever. I really have no idea. But again, it was only I think it was $7 on Amazon. So there you go. That's it for today. Come back next week. We might finish things off next week, I think, with my Switch collection. So yeah, I forget how many games I have left, but yeah, that might do it next week. And then we'll have to move on to something else. I don't know. Maybe if my PS4 collection is ridiculous, so that would take 3 years to go through. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something different. I'll go back old school to my Atari collection or something. I don't know. We'll find out, but we still got more of this to go, so come back next week. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share, all that fun stuff, and come back for the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye.